what is in the rules of what's going on and stuff like that. It was a lot going on in that fight, but we ain't gonna get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the main focus is,
you say you think you won for sure.
I definitely knocked him out. Look how many times you got. My referee at that time, I had Jack Reiss, and if you go back and look at any of his fights, you know what I'm saying, he stops a lot of fights early. Sometimes
around their first bout. Okay, let me counterpunch. First off, Jack Reiss is not the type of referee that normally waives off fights. Okay, you go, and don't take my word for it. Look back at fights that Jack Reiss has refereed, and he does the same thing. He gives the fighter an opportunity to get up, to see what condition they are when they get up. Doesn't matter if they get up on the 9 count. And he will tell them, you barely missed it. Matter of fact, Jack Reiss, those are some of his signature words. He says, you barely made it. Okay, he gives you the benefit of the doubt. So for Deontay Wilder to think that, again, he's something special or Jack Reiss did something out of the ordinary for that fight, he's wrong. Because again, don't take my word for it. Look at Jack Reiss as he referees fights. He will give you the full count. The only way that he would wave off a fight is that guy gets up and he's all over the place like Zab Judah was when Costa Tszyu hit him with that straight right. And he got up too quick and Jay Nady ruled it off when they seen his legs do the little spaghetti dance. It was kind of funny and humorous, but he didn't have his legs up under him. And he waved that fight off, okay? But again, that's a different referee. That's Jay Nady. We're not talking about Jay Nady. We're talking about Jack Reiss. Jack Reiss is the guy. He's the type of guy that gives you full opportunity to make your claim. And like Deontay said, well, he did what's better for the sport. Of course, that's what he's supposed to do. He's seen that he went down before and he wants to see what type of condition that Tyson Fury's in. Okay, so I'm tired of Wilder trying to pretend like someone always goes out of their way to do something against him. Look, that victim shit gets real old. It does, because it's like, yo, you know that guy got up. You know what type of performance and what transpired when that guy got up. And I'm talking about Tyson Fury, okay? So let's stop that. Let's move on.
When I knocked Fury out, I literally seen it for my own self. That's one of the reasons why I was so surprised too, you know what I'm saying? Not only with the count, but I seen this man's eyes going, you know how you having good sex and your eyes roll back in your head? That's how his shit was. But I seen the veins popping out his head, and I knew he had a concussion. He was gone. That's a wave off, period.
Okay, now, that was funny. That was some funny shit. He said, yo, you know when you had good sex, your eyes roll back. It's a little extreme, but look, when he hit Tyson Fury, yes, he was looking up at the sky. He's right about that. Wilder's right about that. When he hit Fury was flat on his back, looking up at the sky. He did that for 2 or 3 seconds, maybe. You know what I mean? Because you saw it, maybe 2 or 3 seconds. But after that, like 4th count, he came out of it. Now, was his eyes all over the place when he got up? That's all that matters, not what he did when he was down there. Now, again, he's talking about and he's arguing with technicality based off the normality of what someone else would have done. And that's all he's doing. And then what that is, that's reaching. He's reaching. But yeah, he was right. He did hit Tyson Fury hard as probably Tyson Fury's ever been hit. Right? And his eyes did do that number, but he did get up. Whatever happened. And even Tyson Fury will tell you, hey, I was knocked out for a few seconds. He would tell you that. But just because Wilder is mad because the referee didn't wave it off and he counted, that means he gave that guy an opportunity. He did give that guy an opportunity. Now, it would be different. Again, it would be different if Jack Reiss normally didn't do it. So what Wilder's saying is a lie. He ain't saying It would be different if Jack Reiss would wave off every other fight except your fight. Now, I would buy into that. I would be like, okay, that is right, because I've seen Jack Reiss wave off fights. I haven't even saw Jack Reiss wave off a fight like that, to be honest. When he's counting, unless that guy's trying to, if he has trouble getting up, if he's tumbling all over the place because he doesn't have his legs, his equilibrium is way off, okay, now I can understand that. But that wasn't Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury said walk. If you guys can remember, he said walk and Tyson Fury ran over there. If you guys can remember that, he ran. He did a little gallop, right? To show, hey, I'm up. I'm still in this fight, and I want to fight, and I'm ready to fight. Vondakov in the second round of their fight, and it went 12 rounds, and guess what? Timothy Bradley won. Okay, so the concussion don't have anything to do with it. Muhammad Ali broke his jaw. Ken Norton broke Muhammad Ali's jaw. Okay, that didn't mean the fight should be stopped. So I don't know why you're bringing up certain things that happened, if he had a concussion or not. It didn't really matter at that point. Okay, you gave him a concussion. Okay, that happens a lot in boxing. It's a high contact, full contact sport. So yeah, those things are gonna happen. But anyway, let's move forward.
All in here and all whatever you seen, y'all seen this shit. You know what I'm saying? Go back and look.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you, Dave. I got you. Now that's real. I got you. That's real talk. So a little bit too much precaution, basically. You feel I got you, like worrying about you going to your corner maybe more than just saying, hey man, this thing is done. We all saw that. You knocked that man out cold, bro. But he got it. You know, respect. He got up, and that's cool. But it took a little time. But bro, you did that, D, and you still doing that. So okay, that's what it said. So D. Let's move this along. I'm gonna go with it. If you could, let's get to some fun stuff now, man. If you could share the ring with any fighter from any weight class, in any generation, like any era, that's not active right now, though.
Okay, now I'm gonna cut that because that's going into another subject. As far as Wilder, you know, I mean, the interviewer, I guess he did what he had to do. I mean, he really could have just kept it neutral, but he was like, yeah, you knocked him out, you this and that and the other. Okay, now, in closing, when Tyson Fury got up, because this is all that matters, doesn't matter about the referee, but the referee could have did this and could have did that. You're basing what other people should have done or would have done versus what a referee did. You can say that coulda, woulda, shoulda, shit all day long, but at the end of the day, what did he do? He counted that man. Okay, so it's a give and take thing. I don't think the count was fast. I don't think it was slow. I think he counted to see what this guy was going to do. Okay. A lot of people would argue with the Wilder Ortiz 2 fight that fight was counted a little quick. Okay, so there you go. You know what I mean? Because that guy was beating you every round. Again, you caught him with a quick right inside that man's guard. Right? So he went down straight on his back, hard punch, slick, quick, damn near sneaky punch. He snuck him. Right? He snuck Ortiz. Ortiz didn't know what hit him. He didn't. Because nobody thought he, like, Wilder was going to throw that punch at that time. It was a perfect delivered punch. But that was another example because he got up. I mean, but look, here's the thing. Look at the condition of Ortiz versus the condition of Tyson Fury. And that should tell you everything. When Tyson Fury got up from the last time Deontay Wilder knocked him down and the last time he would ever probably knock him down, okay, he got up, ran to the neutral corner again, and what did he do? He put on one hell of a performance. It wasn't a survival mode. It was nothing like that. No, he went toe-to-toe with Wilder. Wilder throwing that 1-2 and Tyson Fury throwing that 1-2-3-4 and hold. Okay, he didn't just go balls to the wall, but he didn't run like a bitch either. Okay, in fact, what did he do that was significant in the rest of that round? He caught Deontay Wilder with a straight right and a left hook. And what did it do to Wilder? Buckled him. So tell me, should that fight been waved off based on what we know on the aftermath? After the fact, he was up. And the answer is no. He shouldn't have waved it off, because if he would have waved it off, you could have not seen the true potential of how that fight would have developed. And Wilder just bitter about how the fight could have went because he's on that notion, and you could tell he's scarred on that particular situation because he knew if that would have been a knockout for him, he wouldn't have had to fight Fury again. But just because it was a draw and he knows, hey, I didn't win, that bothered him. And then the second fight really fucked him up. But that is another video. You guys tell me what you think about this particular video of Deontay Wilder stating that he definitely knocked out Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.